So I was dry firing my Remington 700, and all of a sudden I just can't get anything done with it now. I can't even lift a bolt, and I could kind of get it to move, and then just I need to use a mallet, and even with the mallet, the bolt's not coming back. Like I said, I was just dry firing it, and I think the firing pin either broke off or I don't know. I think the bolt head is still on. I do know that the bolt head for the factory of a Remington 700 is silver soldered. I really hope that didn't come off. I'm thinking the firing pin, this PTG firing pin assembly is messed up. Wow, okay, so I was able to kind of hammer this up a little bit to see if there was any obstruction. Look at that bullshit. Oh, do you guys see right there, that little stub? That's the sear engagement on from the bolt shroud here, and on the firing pin assembly. It looks like that snapped and it's broken, and that's why it's not opening up. That is really bad. Alright, so I was able to, since the safety won't even engage, just barely until the safety comes out, I knocked out the extractor, we call that the bolt stop holder, and then removed the front pin on the trigger. And if you can see inside here, you'll find that the PTG, the firing pin assembly is complete crap, because you can see that the firing pin where the sear gets engaged totally snapped, and now it's lodged in there, and that's why my bolt handle won't even go up. I bought your guys's PTG Remington 700 firing pin assembly with aluminum shroud, and I was just using snap caps to dry fire in practice. I haven't even used this firing pin assembly for more than, I want to say, like not more than about 350 rounds. 350 rounds, and when I was dry firing with my snap caps, the A-Zoom snap caps, this freaking happens. I was about to lift my bolt and nothing would happen. I tried to pound it out, nothing happened. At first I thought, oh, you know what, maybe, just maybe, the silver solder came off the bolt head and that's what made it stuck. But no, what happened was freaking, look at that right here, this part where it engages the end of the sear on the trigger, by the way, which is now messed up and almost unusable because of these burrs. I could go in and I'll have to void the warranty and get those burrs taken off, and this thing basically snapped off. There we go. So I'll have to kind of look into what kind of failure mode this is. It's almost like a shear, but not really a shear. Kind of comes at a 45-degree angle. Jeez, oh my gosh, this thing came off, got lodged here, and as you can see, since this was an aluminum shrouding, thank goodness, right? If it was steel, this shrouding would not have had a place where this can escape. But look at that, pretty much permanently dinged up my bolt and my trigger and my receiver right there, and inside there. So you can see that now my bolt's not going to smooth freely and nicely. It's going to always get caught up on that burr. Thank you. Freaking pissed off right now. Look at that. That just freaking came off, and it's totally unusable now. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Man, I'm just really happy this didn't happen in a situation where I'm not up in the mountains or anything like that. I thought that I'd, get the liberty of using something that's more expensive than factory stuff, go with PTG so that I could have a reliable firing pin shroud and a firing pin assembly and a nice spring so that I could rely on it. But no, it's the exact freaking opposite. This thing comes off and now it's totally unusable, and if that were to have happened in a situation where I guess you could say my life would have depended on it, well, that would have sucked, wouldn't it?